Hello all Nuthouse fans. I'm going to show you how I record a song. This is the very beginning of Fish. I'm going to do beginning to end. First thing I did was get Ryan here to record a quick track to a metronome, pick the tempo and stuff. I'm going to turn the camera now, show you the metronome, and I'm using BFT2 as drums. But as I wrote them right now, they're very simple. I got to get Steve to come in and do tweaks and stuff. So here's what I got in the living room. I'm using Sonar, and what I did was I moved from in the room where I'm going to record the acoustic track and set the metronome to 132, and got Ryan to sing it. You can hear a metronome in the background. It's just a quick sample. Then I wrote the drums down here. They're just very simple drums for now. I'm going to show you now step by step how I put all the compression and stuff on the drums and get them to sound a little bit fatter. And I'm going in the room now to record. I'll take you in and show you my setup. This is my room for recording. It's gone blurry. I need a new camera. Anybody want to sponsor me a camera? I'll put your company up on the page every time I do a video. Just give me a fucking $2,000 HD camera, please. Alright, here's my setup. I have a mic down here that's this is what I always use. It's a Shure SM58. That's what I like. I always go about 4 inches back so as I don't clip the mic, and you can clip the mic, which I already found out you'll have crackles in it. So I set it up, and I run it into what I used to use was this old mixer, but I got a Delta Throat in this computer now. And it goes hard in right here. So it goes in, and then I'm going to be using this guitar here for the basic tracks, and I gotta get Nick to come over to do the bass, which is here, and I got a couple acoustics I don't know if I'm gonna use for this song, but I'll let you know as time goes on. Because I don't have, this is all cheap gear. I mean, we're talking probably less than $300, except for the Delta, which is crap anyway. I wouldn't recommend that model, but a lot of people do live by it. I don't. And get EMU or something. So I got all cheap gear now, so this is the mic I'm going to be using. And I'm sort of counting on a compressor from a guy named Jackie Tarr. You're going to need it because when you go to sing, if there's any loud spots in the song or whatever, it's going to clip. So yeah, let's open it up here now. This is where we did that quick take I showed you out there just now. I go back, select the track. I'm going to import that drum track to file, import audio. It's on my desktop. Quick Drums Fish. Let's see. There you go. So I'm going to set up now my guitar for recording. Right now I'm going to try to get the sound I want from my amp for the song Fish. It's a little loud. I've always been a 90s music fan, so that's what I strive to get, a 90s kind of sound. When I actually record a track, I cut off all bass. I'll show you that process when I get to it. It's in the mixing. It makes things sound a lot better because you want the kick and all the lower end frequencies of the other instruments to come through. The guitar comes through the high end. So I'm using a very, very, very light chorus on the guitar, just enough to fatten up the sound a bit, and here's what it sounds like. So that's my sound. An extremely light chorus, clean. This is how I mix my amp. I got that mic down there barred off from all sound because you can hear the fans of my CPU and stuff, just trying to get rid of it. And I'm going to be putting a blanket over it. So my amp is under that. I'm trying to get rid of as many sounds as I can from around the area. So we're going left. Mic check. That's this one. Turn her up. So he's coming through now. I still have to tune this yet. You want to get the meter. I find with guitar you don't get many peaks at all, but I'm going to try to settle her around at the minus 6 dB, which is about here. So she's just spiking back and forward. But don't clip it. Never clip it. Okay, so I got dead strings. Here's a little trick to brighten them up a little bit. Well, bass strings I use a 420 grit sandpaper and just sand them down. They sound like brand new again. But for guitar, they're a bit finer. I think it might break if I use sandpaper. I ain't got no money, so here's what I'm using. I worked at Mary Brown's, and these cloths were used to clean the boilers and stuff. What you do is you take it and you just move it back and under to take off all the grit. Just keep going back and forth for a little bit until it's done. Now I'm going to set up a couple buses. Now I got a bunch of outputs on my Delta. I got one running to that and one running to that gray box. So I know, because of how I set it up, that I need my gray box running off the 3/4, and I'm going to put another send to send it to the speakers up top. So I got two sends, but where I'm recording I don't want to hear it outside or to loop back into the mic. So I turn he down, and now it's just going to send to that thing. And that thing is my wireless headset, which is here. So I'm going to start recording here now. I just realized that this song, Fish, is probably going to need an acoustic track. The electric guitar is just, unless I can do some picking or something. So what I'm probably going to do is, I'm still going to do record dual guitar tracks. I always do dual. What that means is I play the exact same thing twice and hard left and hard right it. And apply it usually in the final mixes. That's the way it is, and add a bit of reverb to centrifuge them. But I'm probably going to lay an acoustic track right down over this. It's just going to sound better for sure. As for the bass, I'm not sure what we're going to do. This song actually got a weird chord and it's not coming through well on guitar. And what it is it's like an open A with the D. It's not coming through in the recording well enough for me. I think acoustic could do better. The way I record is I always build. I take it as an art form, sort of. And I got two guitar tracks here now. I'll let you hear it. I'll turn this up. Now what you got is two guitar tracks, hard left, hard right. Drums cut in. It just don't sound good enough for me yet, so I am going to do this takeover. It's just basic, just for my own self to know where I'm to. But anyways, as I move on, I'm going to do it in sections. I always build on it, and I apply perfect takes as much as I can at everything. I mean, I sit there and I really make sure every string sound is good. If I don't, I just retake it. I'm going to do it in sections. I'm doing the intro up to where the pre-chorus comes in, which is here. You'll hear that I fucked up when I play it, but here's the pre-chorus. I'm going to actually punch in here and then do a crossfade, and you won't even notice it's a different take. And I'm going to apply that section perfect, and I'm going to keep moving up to each section here. And for reference, I can unmute this track here and just see where I'm standing with it. Mute these two guys. That's Ryan's rough track he did. And that's how I'm going to continue to do this.